ready to prepare our mold and do our wicking. Because this is a cake mold, there isn't a hole in the top for the wick, so we need to poke a hole. And for that, we're just going to use an awl. So I'm just placing the awl in the center of my flower. I've got my fingers on the other side, and I'm just going to poke straight through. Did you see that? It went right through.
Jam it in there.
And that's where our wick is going to go.
And to put in the wick, we have our loose wicking. Remember, this is our medium square braid wicking. And I was going to take the end of it and poke it through that hole. The awl would help with this.
That's a good little trick.
So we already have the hole there. I'm just going to use the awl to kind of shove it through the hole there. Gunk, like that.
Good job.
And now I can grab it from the other side and pull it through. So there's the end. This end will tie up onto our skewer. So we took little shish kebab skewers and cut them in half so they'd be the right size for these molds, because these molds are little. So that's all I need to do on that side. And now I'm kind of tugging it through. You
can pull it tight from the other side.
And then on this side, we want to trim it. This is going to be the real wick that you burn on the candle. So I'm going to give it a little bit extra. We'll trim it again later. But I'm going to give it a little bit extra on this side. And now we're going to seal the mold.
So we're using our mold sealer for this. And what I'm going to do is just take a piece of the mold sealer out. It's like clay. It feels like clay. I'm going to take kind of a bigger piece than I normally would use on a mold because we've got a longer wick.
Also, this is silicone, so it doesn't want to stick. It's a non-stick surface. So you have to push pretty hard and get a pretty big piece to seal these.
Yes, so I'm making a little, I made a ball and now I'm flattening it out a little bit. And it helps to warm it in your fingers a little bit by mushing it around.
Yeah.
And now I've got it just stuck on my finger, and I'm going to make a coil out of my little piece of wick here. It's a little tricky, but just coil it around. And what this is going to do is help seal the hole.
Yes.
And not let any of that wax come through, that hot wax.
Yeah.
So now I've got my wick sealer here, my mold sealer.
If you don't seal it and the wax comes through the hole, you'll have an empty mold in a puddle of wax.
Yes.
And you don't want that.
No. So I've got the mold sealer all the way over that wick, and it really doesn't want to stick, but it will if you just work it. So I'm going to work it like this with my fingers on the other side.
There you go.
It feels pretty good, pretty secure. And now this one thing you want to be sure to do is make sure that all the pieces are popped in on your mold, because they can pop out like that, and then you'll have a misshapen flower. So it's all poked in and ready to go.
And now these are ready to fill. We did our other ones earlier, and you can see they're a little wobbly because of that mold sealer on the other side. So we have a trick for that. We're going to take a piece of aluminum foil, crumple it up, and spread it back out. And then when we set these on there, we can kind of manipulate them till they're level. Also, when we pour it, if we miss any and spill, it won't hurt our table. It'll be protected by the foil.